dream it all. Listen close and join my song. Gentle stories all night long. Snuggle in and rest your head. Magic dreams will now be spread. Close your eyes so calm and bright. Now begins our dream. Tonight, now begins our dream.
Lulu and the Meadow of Floating Whispers. The night was soft, not dark. A silver mist hugged the forest, curling low along the ground, brushing against Lulu's wool like a shy hello. She walked slowly, ears perked, though no sound guided her steps, only a feeling. There was something in the air. Not quite wind, not quite music. More like the memory of something almost said. The path opened into a wide clearing, a meadow hidden between tall trees, where the grass grew in soft waves and shimmered faintly like it was breathing. All around, tiny lights hovered just above the blades. They didn't glow like fireflies. They didn't flicker. They floated. Whispers. Not words, not voices, just feelings wrapped in air. Lulu stepped into the meadow, her hooves barely making a sound. The lights drifted toward her, slow and curious. A squeak startled her. From behind a tall tuft of grass, a pair of large round ears peeked out, followed by the tiniest mouse Lulu had ever seen. She wore a tiny scarf wrapped 3 times around her neck and carried a walnut shell like a bag. Hi, the mouse said, barely louder than the breeze. I'm Lyra. Lulu smiled gently. I'm Lulu. Lyra looked down. Did the whispers find you too? I think so, Lulu replied. I didn't hear them. I just felt something. Lyra nodded. That's how they are. They're not really voices, just things no one ever said out loud. A rustling came from the other side of the meadow. An old hedgehog emerged, his quills tucked under a patchwork cloak. He moved slowly, as if each step was a decision. His eyes were deep and quiet. That's Bram, Lyra whispered. He's lived near here forever. Says he used to hear the whispers all the time, but now he says they've grown too soft. Bram looked up, and for a moment, one of the floating whispers passed near him. He didn't flinch. He closed his eyes and smiled. Bram lowered himself slowly into the soft grass, his patchwork cloak folding neatly around him. Lulu and Lyra sat nearby, watching as more whispers floated gently between them. Some drifted high, like birds unsure of landing. Others hovered close, as if waiting for someone to notice them. "They used to come to me," Bram said, his voice rough but warm. "When I was young, I listened better to everything, even to what wasn't said." Lyra tugged her scarf nervously. "I always thought I was too small to hear important things." "You're not," Bram replied without hesitation. "Some things are small on purpose. They need quiet ears." Lulu looked around the meadow. "Are the whispers sad?" "No," Bram said. "Not always. They're just unfinished, left behind in the hush between words." A single light floated toward Lulu. It hovered near her nose, warm without heat. She closed her eyes. And suddenly, she felt it. A memory, not hers, of someone standing in a doorway, wanting to say don't go, but only managing take care. She opened her eyes again. "It's someone's goodbye," she whispered. Bram nodded. "A soft one, the kind that stays behind." Lyra watched a whisper swirl near her paws. "Do they want to be found?" Lulu looked up at the lights all around them. "I think they just want to be felt." The meadow shifted in a gentle breeze. But the whispers didn't scatter. They danced. The floating whispers drifted more freely now, like they sensed something had changed. Not in the air, but in the hearts of those who had entered the meadow. Bram watched them closely, his old eyes reflecting the soft glow. "They never speak in words," he said, "but sometimes they leave a feeling behind, like a pebble in your shoe, or the warmth of a hand you almost held." Lulu lay down in the grass, letting the silence wrap around her. She could hear the quiet rhythm of Lyra's breathing, the steady rustle of Bram's cloak, and something else, something softer. One of the whispers floated directly above her chest. She didn't try to catch it. She just listened. It reminded her of a moment long ago, a rainy night, a cup of tea, someone humming a song with no words. She had never known the tune, but she had remembered the feeling. Lyra scooted closer, whispering, "They never come this close to me. Not like this." Lulu smiled. Maybe they've just been waiting for the right kind of quiet. Bram chuckled low. "That's the secret, little ones. Most don't hear the whispers because they try too hard to listen." Lyra blinked. "That doesn't make sense." "It will," Bram said, eyes twinkling. "One day." A soft breeze moved through the meadow. The whispers shimmered, swirling gently around the three of them. And then one settled. It didn't float away. It rested on Lyra's scarf like a tiny, glowing feather. She gasped, but stayed still. It pulsed gently, and for the first time, Lyra didn't feel too small. She felt seen. Lyra didn't move. The whisper on her scarf shimmered like a tiny moon, calm and steady. She stared at it, wide-eyed, but didn't flinch. For once, she didn't feel the need to hide. Bram leaned forward, carefully, as if approaching a delicate flame. It chose you. But why? Lyra asked. I never say anything important. You feel things deeply, Lulu said gently. That's what the whispers understand. The whisper pulsed once. And in that moment, something passed between them all, not a sound, not a word, but a knowing. Lyra reached a paw toward the light. It didn't run. It simply floated upward and then down into her palm, where it faded, not vanished, but soaked into her like warmth. She exhaled, long and quiet. I think it was a thank you, she whispered. Bram smiled. Some feelings don't need explanations. More whispers gathered now, circling them not with urgency, but curiosity, as if recognizing kindred souls. Lulu looked around the meadow. Is it always like this? Bram shook his head. No, most nights, it's quiet. The whispers wait for those who remember how to pause. Lyra nestled beside Lulu, her eyes glowing with something new, not brightness, but peace. Do you think, she asked softly, if we come back, they'll still be here? Lulu looked to the sky, where a faint shimmer danced among the stars. I think, she said, they never really leave. Dawn was still far away, but the meadow had begun to shift with the weight of time. The floating whispers dimmed, not in sadness, but as if they had finished what they came to share. Lyra sat quietly, still glowing from within. She no longer clutched her scarf like a shield, it now rested loosely, as if it could finally breathe too. Bram stood slowly. His cloak caught the faint breeze, and in his eyes was a softness Lulu hadn't seen before. Will you come back? He asked. Yes, Lulu said. Always, Lyra added. The three of them turned once more to the center of the meadow. The grass shimmered, still holding traces of light. The whispers no longer floated, but they lingered like a memory you don't need to chase, because it now lives in you. Lulu reached out and touched the air. It felt full, like something unseen had smiled. Bram gave a quiet nod. The meadow will remember. Lyra looked up at Lulu. Do you think we can carry the whispers with us? We already are, Lulu replied. They walked back through the mist, the path opening gently before them as if the forest itself had listened, too. Behind them, the whispers faded into the light of early morning. But the quiet they left behind, it stayed. Like a promise.
Now it's quiet, night is near. Drift away through stars so clear. Lulu whispers soft and bright. Sleep so well and good night. Sweetest dreams will softly flow. Lulu stays with you, you know. Till we meet again, my dear. Let your dreams keep drawing near. Till we meet again, my dear. Let your dreams keep drawing